Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Memorial Day weekend. I hope that everyone is having a fantabulous time off of work. Hopefully, you've been able to take some time off of work. Or maybe you're like me and you want work and your boss just won't give it to you. So, anyway, I wanted to make this video specifically for this holiday because there are going to be a lot of folks sitting at home, but they're not doing nothing. What are they doing? They're playing games. They're playing video games. They're playing video games on their what? Their gaming chairs. That's a problem. Why are gaming chairs a problem? Let me give you a little backstory. My history with gaming chairs. So, back when I was shopping for a new chair to sit at my PC just a few years ago, I was trying to decide whether I even wanted a gaming chair because, there are a lot of chairs on the market. So I was asking around, asking some people, and I was able to try out a gaming chair at somebody's house. And when I sat down on it, I really wasn't very impressed. Okay, I wasn't inclined to spend $200 or $300 or more on a chair similar to that one. I didn't think it was very comfortable and really worth all the hype. I just didn't quite understand it. But as I continued shopping, a friend of mine offered me his old gaming chair, his used one, for a very good price. So I grabbed it. I snagged that chair and took it home. Had to reassemble it, not because he had taken it apart, but because it was assembled backwards somehow. I don't know how he managed that, but he did. So I had to dismount the top half from the bottom half, turn it around and put it back on, and then it actually leaned in the correct direction. But anyway, so I used the gaming chair for some time. I had to reposition the head pillow to go in a spot it wasn't even meant to go in, just to make it comfortable. I had to put an extra cushion underneath it for my cushion, and had to insert a back support because there was really no lumbar support for this thing. It didn't feel good. It felt good after I'd modified the heck out of it, but coming out of the factory the way it was, it didn't feel right. But that's not really a reason to tell other people not to use gaming chairs, right? Because it's a matter of preference, let's say. It wasn't comfortable for me, but maybe it's comfortable for you. Here's the thing. I started lifting weights and paying very close attention to my posture. And just after I started doing this, it was like a before and after experience. It was like before I was sitting in the chair, and then I started working out, and then I sat down in a chair one day, and I was like, what is going on? It was so uncomfortable. Why was it so miserably uncomfortable? It felt wrong. It's because I sat down in the chair and my shoulders started going like this. They were being forced to round like this. Now, we have a serious problem, my fellow gamers and I, with rolling our shoulders forward, slouching, slumping down. We're chilling, playing the game. Okay, this is not an admonition against gaming or gamers. Far from it. I'm a gamer. You see the shirt? The shirt's not a prop. This is my shirt. I got my Ninja Turtles belt on. Okay? I got the wristband. I got my NES when I was 5 years old. I got it for my 5th birthday. I fell in love with that console. Some of my favorite games of all time are on 8-bit and 16-bit consoles. I am a gamer at heart. I was born with a controller in my hand. I know all about it. I know about the gamer's struggle. It's real. But you gotta get out of that gaming chair. Get out of it. It's bad for you. I need you to do that. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right. So, that's why I'm telling you this. Because it's extremely bad for your posture. Now, I've sat in bad seats, like bad car seats and things like that, for just limited periods of time. And I felt the toll that that has on my body. You are doing this to your body for not just minutes, but hours at a time. Potentially, depending on how much you're sitting in this thing, you could be doing this every single day for hours a day, being forced to roll your shoulders like this. Now, you might notice that in these videos, especially these ones that I do here in my room, on my bed, that, my posture isn't that great. I'm just kind of chilling, shoulders might be forward, might be slouching a little bit, like this. That's because I'm on my bed, okay? But here's the thing. I still have control over my body, right? I can still do whatever motion within reason. I can go into lots of different positions, forward, back, sideways, whatever. I have control over my body. When you're in the gaming chair, that's forcing your shoulders to roll forward because it's got these stupid Star Trek looking wings on the side of it for no apparent reason other than to just look like some kind of weird space age seat. They don't serve any purpose. They're just there because they look cool. But they're detrimental. They're forcing you to take this position. There's nothing you can do about it. And you're sitting there for 2, 3, 4+ hours at a time, being forced into this awful position. It's bad for your physical health, like your spine, for example. It's unappealing, and it just causes you to go into that position by default. You're training your body to sit and stand in a manner in which it's detrimental to itself. So get out of that gaming chair. Find a different chair. Now, when I was preparing to do this video, I did do just, a quick Google search to determine whether it was just my chair or it was chairs in general. And yes, when I did my search, the overwhelming majority of gaming chairs had this same sort of design where they're tall and they got these wing things on the sides of them that make you slouch forward. They just roll your shoulders forward and there's nothing you can do about it. Now, there were exceptions, okay? There was one such exception. It was labeled the gaming chair. Gaming chair, it's just a gimmicky term anyway, but that's what it was labeled. Okay, so if it didn't have that feature, it looked more ergonomic, and it could be yours for just $800. It could be all yours. That's reasonable, right? $800 for a chair to save your back. No, it's not. Just get a different chair. All right? Do it. All right, enough of that. So that's all this video was about. I just wanted to get that message out there because it's something that I didn't even realize I was doing until I started consciously modifying and correcting my posture, because I was getting into weight training and very novice level bodybuilding, and I wanted to look different. I wanted to be more physically appealing, and I wanted to take care of myself. So once I started standing up straight, which has been a struggle for me my whole life, largely because of gaming, since I was a very young child, it just stood out to me one day. I sat down and it was very uncomfortable. So if you're struggling with your posture and you're sitting in a gaming chair with those wing-like features that are rolling your shoulders forward, you are not doing yourself any favors. Get out of that gaming chair. Sit somewhere. Sit on something else. It may not be comfortable. You might have to find, a more uncomfortable short-term solution while you look for something else a little more accommodating, but it needs to be something that is ergonomically accommodating, not just something that happens to be comfy, that you're used to. Because, again, you're not doing yourself any favors. You got to get out of that chair. All right, folks, have a good and safe Memorial Day. Hope you use the time well. Play some games or don't play games. But whatever you do it in a non-gaming chair. At least one without the wings. For Pete's sake. Save yourself. Save your back. Don't give the chiropractor any more of your money. My goodness. All right. Peace out.